All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Huddle. It's me, Coach Muddle. Uh, yes, partly cloudy. Hey, it's pretty rough. I just want to shout out thank you to all the men and women who have served our country and are still serving. I appreciate everything that you guys do. Thank you very much. So I'm right now, because Billy forgets that this is done every Thursday at the same time and the same channel. So I don't know, but we'll go from there. He may be in or not. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And uh, but anyway, we're gonna have some fun today. I think there's football on, because no one cares that they're playing in Germany. I think, hey, it is, uh, you know, what is that? Tom Brady there? Yeah, in Seattle. That's right. You know, they're going. So we'll see how that all works today, and we'll go from there. And Giants got a game. I don't think it's a trap game, but I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% sure if you call it that. Me, I'm trying to do two things at once, and I can't really do it. But you know, we'll go from there. I don't. What is so we got that going. The Giants, they play the Texans today. So how I don't know. It's a winnable game, obviously. I mean, the Texans are terrible, but it can just be that game. So we'll see how that goes. I'm of course, rooting for the Giants and want to see them, and then obviously Monday night the Eagles will take on the Redskins, and they'll probably stay perfect, and that's fine. But the Giants, the next 2 weeks, you got the Texans and the Lions, and can be. But look at it this way, the Giants 6-2. Look, you play 500 football, 5-5. You're 11-7. I mean, that's great. I mean, we're talking about a playoff team. As much as I'm excited about that, I guess I'm torn because I want to get that top 10 draft pick because we have a lot of needs. I mean, man, we Coach Dable and Coach Martindale have done a phenomenal job with what they have. I mean, and I'm really putting this out there. I mean, geez, when all the people is going, oh, we get Aaron Rodgers to the Giants. Well, Aaron Rodgers can't make it work with the receivers he's got, but yet the Giants are making that work with those receivers. Not that I'm not saying Daniel Jones is better than Aaron Rodgers. Far from that, because I still don't think Aaron Rodgers is the guy. Nelson, what's up, buddy? Yeah, but the problem with Golladay is the contract. Our great former GM guaranteed that the cap hit is horrendous. And I mean, we're year 2 of a 4-year deal, but I think after March, I think we can get rid of him for not that big of a cap hit. I believe it lessens. Right now, it's really there's so much dead money, and we are in some serious cap. We're kind of hamstrung with the cap right now, so which concerns me. And everybody, oh, we got to go out and get this guy, but we really didn't have any money to go get anybody. So how do you do that? How do you do that? So I don't know. But I appreciate you, Nelson. But yeah, there's some receivers out there in the draft. I just, I think, just go out and get somebody there. Yeah, that's right. You need to put a APB out on him because he stole $42 million, man. I mean, what has he done? You know, does he even have 42 receptions as a Giant? I'd like to know if that's true or not. I mean, let's go. I'm gonna look this up real quick and see NFL if it's no, I don't want the schedule. I just wanted NFL.com. How come it wouldn't give it to me? Um, but yeah, and see, because I don't think that he even has 42 receptions. I just don't. I mean, it's kind of all these stupid ads got to pop up. I don't want to do that. Thank you. But let's see, do they have their stats up here? I'm trying to look it up. Why do they keep trying to sell me friggin' clothes? I don't want clothes. What the See, this is what's annoying. Stop trying to sell me crap and just let me look up some stats. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. It's terrible. Unbelievable, man. We'll just have to just go from there and see what happens, man. Not yeah, you're right. The cap hit's horrendous if we cut him. I want to say it's like 20 some odd $1 million dead cap. In between over the cap. In between interns, man, it's killing me. I have to do all this stuff myself, So, why can't I find why is this all right, here we go. Because I want to say Galladay is one of the whatchamacallit. Let me see here. How do I get because he's got one of the top that's QB. Let's see. I can't. He's in the top here. Hold on. I can't. Kenny Galladay. Fully guaranteed total value. He is $72 million, $18 million is what he's getting a year. Wow. That's some you know, terrible, terrible, man. Terrible what we have to yep. And it's going to be, that's why I think we have to go through the draft to get a receiver, and there's going to be some cats out there. So we'll go out, we'll get a receiver. I think we hopefully come back from the injury. We've got a tight end. And the Wandale Robinson, and just add a big body out there, and Slade, hopefully, he's working his way back. I mean, the guy, I was high on him. I don't know. He had that big fall off last year. I don't know what happened, but he did have a pretty good game in against Seattle. Got a couple of targets, made some nice catches. But we'll see. I just think I hate to say. No, I don't. Yeah, but it doesn't matter, Anthony. Appreciate it, but you got to, because I think Kenny. I think we're going to be, after this is year 2 of a 4-year deal. I think the cap hit gets less after April or whatever, and and maybe you find a draft day partner for him that will take some of that, but I just don't think he can. But apparently he's been practicing. Maybe he comes and plays. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right, Nelson. You're absolutely right. He traded up to get that guy, and it was no longer there. And you passed on a guy like DK Metcalf. Well, I mean, to be honest with you, a lot of teams passed on him. I mean, come on, you hear the Eagles screaming about that all the time. So it's a a lot of teams passed on that, but I don't know why he went and drafted up, traded up to get that, and get that pick, because we had 2 good picks. And I mean, now granted, Dexter Lawrence, I wasn't high on him, and I've kind of come around. He's really kind of really anchored the middle of that defensive line. So he's really come around, but I thought he would have been there, in that second round. I thought we would have been able to get a pass rusher with the 6th pick in that draft, and Daniel Jones would have been there at 18. I think at least I would have been a little more confident in Daniel Jones, because I didn't think he was a top 10 pick. I thought he was a later first round pick, and I thought that would be the guy. And I think he fell. Dave Gettleman fell for the bait of the Redskins, and the Redskins baited him. And because I think they were taking the cat from who didn't work out anyway. But I think he would have been there at 18, and I think Dexter Lawrence would have been there with the second round pick, and DeAndre Baker would have been somebody else's headache. I mean, but absolutely, because didn't DK go into like the 4th round? I mean, you could have got him in the 3rd round, and hunky dory, but we're not there. We are where we are, well, the move I hated the most was and letting Tomlinson yeah, I didn't I kind of agree with that. I mean, look, you outbid yourself for Leonard Williams. Okay, you outbid yourself. You gave up more draft picks than you needed. You could have gave the Jets a sixth or seventh round pick and been done with it. And instead you wound up giving them what, a fourth or third, fourth something, because we wound up signing him as well. We were kind of stuck having to sign him, otherwise we lost another draft pick or something. So you know, and we could have got him for peanuts, and instead we outbid ourselves. You're right. That was a terrible move. Another one of Dave Gettleman's brilliant moves. But my biggest I think is, I go back to Saquon Barkley. Unfortunately, I mean, great. Everybody loves Saquon, and Saquon's a great back. But if you remember, that was a quarterback heavy draft. Okay. Quarterback heavy teams were clamoring for quarterbacks. You could have traded the number 2 pick and gotten a truckload for a number 2 pick and been back. And who knows, Barkley may have fallen to you, but I was kind of high on a guy named Nick Chubb, who's doing really well in Cleveland right now. I mean, really, would that alternative been that bad? I mean, there's a guy in the second round for you. Uh, Anthony, the Giants are probably 2 years away. I agree, and I wouldn't go great with the defense. I mean, look, Wink Martindale has made chicken salad out of chicken shit. Okay, because that defense is, we have no linebackers, nobody in the middle, and now everybody's making a big deal of Xavier McKinney's injury, and but we did get Landon Collins back, and I feel pretty confident that Landon Collins will fill in just fine. And I know we brought Landon in to kind of be that box guy and not be, play center field like McKinney. So we'll see what Wink has dialed up, and hopefully this is kind of a team that you can kind of play with and get it going. We'll see. 1:00 kickoff. I'm excited to see. Unfortunately, McKinney, went and did something stupid over the bye week. I mean, why? I would think, you're just, okay, you want to get away, go to Cabo where you're invisible. I get that, but really, you had to go 4-wheeling or whatever. I mean, come on now. It was bad, but you know what? It was all about the money, man. I mean, Gettleman didn't offer Landon Collins the kind of money he wanted, and Washington did. So he went on and went to Washington, and it didn't really work out that well. But I'm glad to see the guy back, and hopefully he becomes a good contributor for the team, because he's on that let's say that backwards he's been in the league a while now. The Giants had him for 5 years, or 4 years, and then he was with the Redskins for 2-3 years. So he's 7-8 year vet now. So and hopefully he'll be a what? Honestly, again, the Giants, he would probably come in and really help the Giants, but unfortunately, we don't have the money to pay the man. The man wants to be paid. So I look to him. Plus, I think he's going to want it. He's going to go to a contender. I can see Green Bay. What's up, Jared? Green Bay, Baltimore, And no, sorry, Jared, no calls today, buddy. I just look, I've been kind of busy. I haven't been able to mess around with the phone thing to try to get the calls going. Unfortunately, it's kind of tough, man. I'm kind of got too many irons in the fire right now, buddy. I gotta take care of some stuff and get it. But you know, so but yeah, but I think OBJ is going to probably go to a contender. I can see him, going somewhere and into a contender team, and that's where I see him going, and I can almost tell you probably Baltimore, Green Bay are the two front runners for that right now. Other than that, I just don't see him back in New York because he just doesn't have the Giants just don't have the money, Uh, but I just don't think. Also, I just don't think, and also New England. I could see him up there. I could see Bill Belichick giving him a shot, but I think the Giants would be weary just because of the whole BS he did last time when he was here too. Even though it's a new regime, but I don't see him, being able to get away with it, the crap that he got away with. That's why I just say, hey, you dance with the girl you brung, and these are the guys we're riding with this year. Just settle in and like I said, 5-5 the rest of the way is 11-7. That's a great first year for a new coach. I mean, get you excited and see what happens in the draft. And go from there. I think we'll see, because the Giants, unfortunately, we're going to be in the market for a quarterback. I think I just saw earlier today somewhere the Giants are talking with Saquon. They want to keep him. Okay, but we're going to pay a running back. Okay, but we'll it's durability. The durability issue. I mean, we're talking about 5 years. This is year 2 of a healthy Saquon. Really, right? You had his rookie year. He had a great rookie year, and then now this year, because obviously it's a contract year. So how do you bring that to how does that equate to money? I mean, somebody's going to pay him, but I just don't see. I just think you could do running back by committee a little bit better than having to dump all that money into one guy when we don't have a quarterback. When does that quarterback come and get into the spot? And I think I think Daniel Jones will be one of those guys we can always sign him to a backup money, and let him be the placeholder, 1 year, $10 million deal. And here you go. And be a placeholder, for now, and see how that, or go test the market, because there's some guys out there that we could bring in and be placeholders, for now. So, and I think it's just, clearing up some cap space. I know, I think some stuff falls off, and we hopefully, in the next, like you said, 2 years, we get the cap cleaned up and have some guys, and money to spend and get some guys in. And hopefully develop some young bucks and have to pay them too, and everybody keeps talking free agency, but hey, we got some guys that need to be paid. Dexter Lawrence is going to need to be paid. He's the next cat up to be paid. Where's the money to sign him as well? Because him and Daniel Jones, but I think that we picked up the option for him. So I think we have one more year with him, but he's another guy going to have to get paid. And we got to go out. We definitely need a receiver. We need linebacker help, and we need corner. We need corner help too, because we're pay those guys. So those are the three areas that I think. And of course, how do you leave out offensive line? I mean, I think our tackles are set. I think we're good. And then we need a center. Most important, I think we need a center, and we're going to need a guard. But I think Lemieux is coming back. I think he's active, so we'll see that. I think he was before he got injured and whatnot. He was one of the highest graded linemen as well. Him and Andrew Thomas were working pretty well together on that left side of the offensive line. So we'll see, get him back in the mix. And also, if I'm not mistaken, I think also he can play a little center. So I don't know if they move him to center and keep our guards where they are for now, and get it going. We'll see. We'll see how that patchwork offensive line, but the Giants have a lot of needs to be filled and go. I mean, great. The defense looks good because we're winning, and I'm excited. We're blitzing a lot, but also you're giving up a lot of yards. Giants do give up a lot of yards, and you saw that in Seattle, and whatnot. So. Beans, Alabama pulled it out yesterday. Before I forget, was able to hold on there and keep it. I tell you what, though, right before the half, the fumble and they blew the whistle cost Alabama a touchdown. That kid picked it up. And I mean, they gave Alabama the ball there, but and they were still able to score before half. But still, it was your lead's never safe. Alabama, and I'm sorry, I just couldn't see Alabama losing 3 games this year. I don't care losing 3 games. I just don't see it. And so, and now, how about Brian Kelly? Everybody's like, oh, and here he is going to be playing in the SEC championship against Georgia. How about that? What happens now? LSU knocks off Georgia, and what happens then? All the craziness that happens with that. So, they punched their ticket. LSU punched their ticket with that big with they're pulling it out against Arkansas, and they get to go play. They got Texas A&M, and then they go play Georgia in the SEC championship. How about that? And then North Carolina punched their ticket, ACC championship against Clemson. So, but it is kind of weird. And I think I saw the stat since the playoffs started. This is the first time Alabama and Clemson are both not in it. At least one of them has been in it the entire time, and now they're not. So, that's kind of funny. With that they're still, there. And how about Navy almost giving Notre Dame all they can handle yesterday? That was something. It looked like it was going to be a blowout at halftime, and I was kind of flipping around, and then whenever I went back, I'm like, holy cow, man, this is a game now all of a sudden. And the Navy defense was getting after them. I mean, it was it was good. Notre Dame was just wanted to get out and move on. And Notre Dame got a couple of tough games still. They got to play Boston College and then USC, a top, sneaking into the top 10. You know, but how about all of a sudden the relevant Pac-12? You got Oregon, USC, UCLA, all in that, all in the mix, not in the playoff mix, but all in the, all where they top 12 teams now, whatnot. So, hey, look, you know my opinion on the playoff. You have Power Five. So those 5 teams get the winner of each conference gets a bid, and then you get the 3 at large. There's your 8 teams. If you want to make it 12, whatever you can. But I think that's the way you get. So this way, you can still get one of those, Central Florida's in there when they have one of those unique seasons and let them get in the playoff and play. So, just go from there and let those guys get in and have fun, because we already seen Oregon. Come on, they're what are they ranked, like 5, 6, 7 somewhere in there? But I mean they got hammered by Georgia. I mean, really, you want to see them in the playoffs again? I don't. So all right. Anyway, today, the Jets are on a bye. I don't know who else is on a bye today, but Buffalo, I don't know why you're playing if Josh Allen, rest him. Just rest him. You can. I mean, he got the elbow injury. I think he's got to I rest him if it's me. I don't want to take a chance. You got too much riding on it. I mean, you got to go. You got to rest him, and I put it in the hands. And hey, just get it. Just get it. Next man up. Get going. We'll see. That's a game. Keeping your eye on today. And of course, Monday night's always Eagles, Redskins is, but the Redskins are terrible. And look, I'm looking for people who want to get in. I'm trying to raise the $6 billion to buy the team. And, so anybody out there that's got, some extra pocket millions that wants to go in, because I'm absolutely broke, so I have no money to put in, but it would be kind of fun to own an NFL team. And so anybody out there that is looking to get in, I'm putting a group together. So and it's mainly just me. Yeah, I don't no big names here, just me. I'm the biggest name you got. And we'll put it I'm just putting it out there. So I'm starting a donation. I'll get a little thing in the screen, a little donation GoFundMe page for the to buy the Redskins. See how that we only need like $6-7 billion. I know the Amazon dude just writes a check for that. So, but hey, it's it is what it is. So yeah, we're having fun. It's all good. And next week is a little in limbo. Just a programming note. Don't know. I go down. I got I'll be down in Florida for the Thanksgiving break. So I don't know what the internet situation is. Being over there at the helping them out in the VA and whatnot. So hopefully I'll figure it out. It might be at some little top secret location and get that done for next week. Just a little programming note for you. I don't know. So we'll see. I've been rambling on now for a little bit. Let's go watch some football. Everybody enjoy. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you stopping by, checking me out, share with your friends. And hopefully we can get Billy to know how to tell time and circle it on the calendar every week rather. So we'll see how that works. Everyone, be safe. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you. Enjoy some football, and we'll talk to you next time. Have a great day.